Have a seat and state your name for the record, please. My name is Tyrone Knockum. Your witness. Mr. Knockum, how old are you? 26. And where did you grow up? New Orleans, Louisiana. Are you currently in jail? Yeah. Were you charged in both state and federal gang indictments? Yeah. Did you enter a global plea with both the state and the federal government? Yes, sir. Would you recognize that document if I showed it to you? Yeah. Move to admit Exhibit 190. Any objection? Hearing no objection, Government 190 will be admitted into evidence. Mr. Knockum, does this look like your plea agreement? Yeah. I want to go to the second page, top paragraph. You understand the U.S. Attorney's Office agreed not to seek the death penalty against you? Yeah. And you understand that ultimately that was the Attorney General's decision whether or not to seek the death penalty, correct? Yeah. The third full paragraph on that page, as part of this plea agreement, you understand that you committed or you pled guilty to committing a double murder of Magnolia Shorty and Jerome Hampton? Yeah. All right. The last paragraph, you also agreed to plead guilty to some remaining charges on your state court indictment, and you got a 20-year sentence down there? Yeah. Next page, please. The however paragraph. You understand that basically the government can make a motion to cut your sentence, correct? Repeat that. You understand that the government could make a motion to have your sentence cut, correct? Yeah. And you understand that it would be Judge Zaney who would decide if your sentence gets cut, correct? Yeah. You also understand that whatever your sentence is, the state sentence and the federal sentence will end on the same day, correct? Yeah. You don't have to go back and serve the state time after the federal time, correct? Yeah. You agree to serve your time in the Bureau of Prisons, like the Federal Bureau of Prisons, instead of state DOC, correct? Yeah. If you can go to page 6, top paragraph, this plea agreement is predicated upon the fact that you agree to submit and be truthful with us and tell us the truth, correct? Yeah. Next paragraph. You understand that you have to be truthful and anything you tell us won't be used against you if we learn it from you, correct? Yeah. And the next paragraph, the government agrees to bring to the attention of the court. You understand it's our decision whether or not to file a motion cutting your sentence, correct? Yeah. And again, the judge gets to decide if that gets out. Do you understand all of that? Yeah. You also signed a factual basis in this case? Yeah. Would you recognize that if I showed it to you? Yeah. I am going to approach now with 189. What is 189, the factual basis? Factual basis. Is that you? Is that your signature there? Yeah. Is that your lawyer's signature? Yeah. Do you see my name and Maurice Landrieu's name here? Yeah. Your Honor, I move to admit Exhibit 189. Judge, we object. The court actually previously excluded this document. If I previously excluded the document, it's going to be excluded. That's correct, Judge, but I thought earlier you said if the witness can identify his signature on the factual basis, it's admissible. I've excluded it in the past. I am not going to revisit that. You did have a factual basis in this case, correct? Yeah. You admitted to selling drugs? Yeah. And being responsible for over 280 grams of crack cocaine, correct? Yeah. And you admitted your participation as a driver in the double murder of Magnolia Shorty and Jerome Hampton, correct? Yeah. What part of New Orleans did you grow up in? In the Uptown area. Around where? Where did you go to school? I went to school at Hoffman. Where is Hoffman? That's on Prior. Where else did you go to school? I went to Israel Augustine on Tulane and Broad. I went to Cohen High School. I went Barbara John in Houston. How long were you at Cohen? Only for like a month. What happened? Katrina had done came. And where did you go during Katrina? To Houston. And how long did you spend in Houston? From 05 to 07. How old were you when you were over there? How old were you when you left New Orleans? 15. Where did you stay in Houston? I stayed on the southwest side, the northwest side, something like that. Were there other members of 3NG over there? Uh-huh. Did you see other members of 3NG in the city of Houston, though? Yeah. Who was over there that you knew from New Orleans? Wash, McCann, my brother. What's your brother's name? Renee Knockum. When did you come back to New Orleans? 2007. And what were you doing in New Orleans? Did you have a job? Uh-uh. So what did you do for a living? I was hustling. And what does hustling mean? Selling drugs. And what kind of drugs did you sell? Crack, heroin. All right. Describe to the jury how you sold crack. When you first started, how much crack were you selling? Like 2 quarters, 7 grams, 2 7-gram quarters, half ounce. And how much would you buy half an ounce for? For $500. And how much could you sell it for? If I break it down, I could sell it for like $10 a rock. How much money, if you invest $500 in a half ounce, how much money can you get back? $1,000. How would you prepare? I guess you're selling crack, correct, at this time? Uh-huh. Did you get it in powder or did you get it rocked up? I got it powder. Did you cook your own crack? Yeah. And how did you do that? Explain that to the jury. Well, I add baking soda, then put it in the water, then cook it and add cold water so it can lock up, so it'll get hard. How long does that take? Like 5 minutes. Did you ever sell heroin? Yes, sir. Describe the difference between selling heroin and selling crack to the jury. Well, you can sell crack whenever you want to. Heroin, you got to get up in the morning.